Hi, welcome back to the Lead and Live Q&A session. I'm Ivana Monique, and today's question for session 2 is, have any of your friendships or relationships changed since the book has been released? And if so, has it been for the better or worse? I can answer that question easily, and the answer is yes. I have had friendships and relationships change, and truthfully, it's always for the better. I think anytime you share truth about yourself, if there are friendships and relationships in your life that change in any way, then I believe it's always for the better. I honestly feel that if you share your truth, then relationships in your life that matter will not be affected, they will not change. It brings me to a scripture that I often refer to, and it's Proverbs 27:17. It says, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. And I read a book a while ago. It was called Relational Intelligence by Darius Daniels. And in this book, he really breaks down just different relationships in our life, whether it's friendships or acquaintances, if it's mentorships, and talks about just how those relationships really impact our lives, really affect our lives, how we have to be intentional about the time that we invest in certain relationships, how we have to be cautious about who we allow to have access to our lives in certain capacities. And I wish I had had this book so many years ago, but I've really been in a season for the last maybe year and a half where I was reevaluating friendships and relationships anyway. And I'm still in that season. I think it's a constant season of reevaluation where, someone, whether they're a mentor or a friend or a significant other, if they're not a spouse, but they may be great for your life at a certain season, and no matter how long or short that season may be, it doesn't mean that they're going to be great in another season. And when this book was released, I certainly had those in my life who I knew were going to be there no matter what. But then, there are also those who, let's face it, no matter what, people are going to judge, and they're going to not look at the fact that that was your past. They're not going to look at what God has done. They're going to look at what you did, and that's okay. You really have to learn to be okay with people who are not meant to walk into your destiny. And I really came to grips with that before I released the book. There were still some anxieties about people who I really do hold dear to my heart. And those individuals know who they are. We've had these conversations since the book was released, and because I had some anxiety about it after the book was released, and just like how they were going to feel about some of the things that they read, and but after the fact, we had conversations, and it's been established, these people are, they're here, they're in my life, and I'm grateful for that, but God will definitely add and remove and maintain those relationships that He wants in our lives. And once again, I don't discount anyone or anything that I've been through. Like I said before, it's just the connections, like those dots that have connected so perfectly, since not even just since I've moved here, but throughout my life, the bad situations, the traumatic, like all of those things, just the way that they've really connected, it's all meant something. And, I'll expound upon this more in the coming weeks, but I had a conversation with someone earlier this week who said to me, I never knew any of this. And this is someone who's in my family, my extended family. But, I told them, I said, I never talked to anyone. Like, when I tell y'all, I was a closed book. Like, some people say I've always been a private person. I wasn't a private person. Like, I was completely closed off. Like, I didn't share anything with anyone. Like, it didn't matter how close you thought you were to me. Like, I didn't share anything. And, and I had people saying, and I wish I could have been there for you at this time. Like, I wish you would have let me in. I wish, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but yeah, like, that's not how God wanted it. And one person even said that, like, God didn't mean for, me to be there at that time. And that's so true, because the person that I was then, I guarantee you, I would have found some way to sabotage that relationship so that they would not have been there, and because that's what unhealed people do. It's like they have great relationships, and and if you're unhealed and you've got someone in your life, and I'm not even talking romantic relationships, I'm just talking great friendships, or people who want to pour into your life, people that want to be there, people that you can trust. And if you're unhealed, then there's this part of you that's just like, no, like, I can't trust this. I don't believe that this is good for me, and at some point you're going to show me why I can't trust you. And and you kind of enter every single friendship and every single relationship with that mindset, and you find a way to to sabotage it, and so that's where I was at that point in my life. And so as much as I appreciated this person saying that, I'm like, thank God you weren't there, because God meant for you to be here now, when I am healed, when I am delivered, when I can share this beautiful part of my life with you, where I'm coming into these manifested blessings and these miracles, and this season of my life where I'm experiencing these promises that God has been speaking for so long, and I can share that with you. So yeah, thank you for this question. And I pray that the questions keep coming, guys. Thank you again for all the support, all the love. I love you so much. I will post another question with another answer in the next several days. Until then, be blessed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.